Welcome to the Sports Bender podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to bring you all your sports news and gambling news. You already know it's your boy Big Rocky. And to the right, I got
Good fellow, no man.
Oh
We're
man,
back.
hey man,
We're back.
it's official. NBA season is over. OKC Thunder have won the NBA Finals. Man, shout out to them. And
It's the dark days of the summer.
yeah, the drought has begun. The sports drought has begun. Of course, we got MLB, but
Ooh. I mean,
we won't harp too much on that.
yeah. Especially when your home team is the Marlins. So
Hey, we're on a streak though. We're on a streak, ladies and gentlemen.
For some reason,
We're on a 7-game winning streak.
For some random reason.
Hey, shout out them boys. Shout out them boys.
We gotta go to another game.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely gotta go to another game. But we're gonna go ahead, man. So NBA season officially has ended, but not really.
Not really.
We just had the NBA draft, and it was kind of crazy. There were some teams that reached, I'd say, or probably had bad picks, but really, I want to say the top 5 picks pretty predictable until Ace Bailey got passed up by the 76ers at number 3, man.
We knew that.
So my question is, do you think he played himself the way he handled himself throughout the whole pre-draft process by not visiting any teams, not working out?
For sure. I wouldn't. All right, maybe not working out. Cool, whatever. But you got to at least go meet with the teams.
Facts, at least
show your face.
Yeah,
they get to know each other. All right, cool. You don't want to be there, but at least just have that respect.
Facts.
This is a privilege, bro.
Yeah, they said his agent was Sharif Cooper's dad, and supposedly Sharif Cooper was the next coming, bro. And he's is he still in the league? He's still in the league, right?
I don't think so. Bro. Maybe the G League. Wait, he might be in the G League. I'm not sure though.
Damn.
But,
so you see how that worked out, but he obviously got some bad advice because he ended up on the Utah Jazz, and everyone knows about Utah Jazz and how bad they are.
They have a good fan base though, bro. That's one thing. I guess because that's probably
the
only thing to do.
Like a crazy fan base, really.
So, I don't know. It'll be exciting. He's young. He got energy. You make the best of the situation.
Yeah, he got no choice now.
Exactly.
He's got to make the best of what he's got at Utah because there's nowhere else to go, brother. Nowhere else you can go right now. So,
crazy.
Probably go hang out with young boy.
That's what I'm saying.
In the mountains or something. You got someone that probably thinks like you or whatever. You can hang out with. Same age. They're both young as.
Actually, don't hang out with young boy.
Honestly,
don't hang out with young boy.
But what do you think that says about like the new age athletes and the entitlement? They think they don't have to go through the same thing the former athletes went through.
We're paying them too early, man. But at the
NIL,
same time, they deserve it. They deserve it though, bro.
Yeah.
It's all about the people you have around you, the people you have in your ear. Like, just get good advice, bro. Listen to the people that have been there before. They may have not had the opportunities to touch as much money. Yeah. But they know just how to carry themselves as a human being, bro. Like I said, the respect factor, at least go to the meetings.
Yeah, for sure. Bro.
So
you never want to seem like you're disinterested when this is gonna be your career for.
It's your job. At the end of the day, this is your job
forever. Bro. And honestly, if we're being real, not to sound like a boomer, but it's a privilege, to play in the league, play in the NBA.
It's a privilege, bro,
to get drafted,
especially the NBA. It's only 2 rounds, bro.
Yeah, it's really harder to play in the NBA and get drafted in the NBA than pretty much any sport, I would say. They have the least amount of players at a time, to use. So,
but at this point, like I said, just make the best of the situation, bro.
Yeah.
Do your best to just focus on basketball, bro.
I actually got to.
Keep it that way, man.
But since we're talking about NBA draft, what was your favorite pick in this year's draft?
I'm biased on a few, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and say those first, and then I'm gonna say my real one. Obviously, Cooper Flag.
Yeah, number 1 pick.
Cooper Flag, but also he's connected to my homie out in Maine, Keontae.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. So he's been telling me about Cooper Flag since
he was in high school.
14 years old, bro. So to see that was cool to see. VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, he went number 3. Bahamas, right?
Yeah, so shout out to him. That's lit. And then the Heat pick.
Oh, yeah. The weird-ass name.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, bro.
White guy from Illinois. He looks nice, though. I was pretty upset at first when I saw the pick, but then when I looked at his highlights, I was like, damn. Like he
He's
might
tough.
be.
You know the Heat.
They were saying he was gonna be a lottery pick. So a lot of the analysts and
yeah.
people that actually, I didn't really look too much in the draft this year, but they said he was supposed to be a top 10 lottery pick.
Him,
so if
him.
we got him at 20, and we got him after Walter Clayton, which was my pick. Walter Clayton got sniped at 18.
Sniped.
Right there, right two spots before us. So I'll settle for this dude who
I like Pat, bro. Pat, that's one thing about Pat. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows how to
As much as I can't stand him right now.
They know how to draft, bro. That's one thing.
Oh man, that guy, dude.
Oh, but the favorite, my bad, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. You know,
my favorite for real, Dylan Harper, bro.
Man, look.
Nah. Hey, man, great minds think alike.
Nah, for real. I like him a lot.
Dylan Harper, bro.
I like him a lot. I
see so much like upside from him.
Because I really when I was watching Rutgers last year, I really paid attention more to Ace Bailey. He was more of the popular name, so I was really paying attention to him a lot. But when I actually looked at his highlights, I was like, yo, he's cold. I can see why he's the number 2 pick ahead of his teammate.
And he's a lefty, bro. So it's
that's also what I saw. And I'm like, it's so hard to guard a left-handed guard in basketball. It's one of the hardest things to do, bro.
That's fire, bro. That's lit. That's lit, because we did not talk about this before.
No, at all.
At all. So
I like Dylan Harper a lot. I think he's got Wemby, De'Aaron Fox over there. It's Stephon Castle.
Great organization, bro.
They're building They're building it back up at the Spurs.
Who did they pick up another big? Or did I hear they were going to pick up another big?
They probably will. I'm sure free agency is literally technically tampering started today, but officially in 4 days, I think. The third or something is officially free agency. So everyone's starting to
talks.
Yeah, man. And speaking of free agency, let's go ahead and hop over to NBA free agency, because there's been a lot of news dropping today.
Fun part.
It's been crazy. Part. This is the best time in the off season for me, is the beginning of free agency, because it's the most news, and you really get to see how teams are going to look like before next season. So first, one of the biggest dominoes that fell is Jabari Smith signed a max deal with the Rockets. So he's going to be there long term. What do you think about the Rockets, man? They just signed KD. They're getting all these pieces together. Like, what's going on? Are they a real contender now?
Yeah, I'm going to just be 100%. The NBA is so wide open right now.
Yeah.
People done Achilles tears and people out for the whole next season. So, shoot, if you got a healthy team with Kevin Durant.
And I was looking at a graphic today between the 3 through 10 in the West last year before playoffs started. Was 2 games of separation between all teams, or the top 8 or bottom 8,
bro.
10.
It's wide open.
So, hey man, the only team to separate themselves this year really was the Thunder, and they ended up winning the finals.
But I don't see, honestly, bro, the Thunder can't mess. Now that the Rockets have a closer, a real closer that cool, you get the ball.
Let's be real, if KD was on the Rockets against the Dubs this year, bro, the Rockets are smoking them, no problem.
It's raps.
Easy money.
So yeah, I like it. If they can stay healthy, I like Houston.
Yeah, and I like their coach too, a buddy that got caught up in Boston.
Shout out to Ime, man.
Hey, he was bold man cheating on Nia Long,
He's
bro.
innocent, bro. He's innocent, man.
Oh shit, man!
My dog lost his job.
eBay. Shout out eBay.
Everything happens for a reason, bro.
No, yeah, because now I'm not gonna say he's in a better position, but we see how Boston looks right now. You know, obviously they got a championship, 2 years ago.
Yeah, they got the ring.
They're looking like they're in shambles right now. But we don't even really like the Celtics over here, so we ain't gonna talk about them.
I don't mean to interrupt, but
what happened now?
Yeah. I'm over here scrolling shams. Like, don't think I'm just.
I see a New York Knicks jersey. What's going on here?
Scrolling shams.
What's going on here?
The Knicks have just built their bench. They have signed Jordan Clarkson.
What the fuck? I didn't even. I forgot he was still in the league. I'm not gonna lie.
Crazy, right?
He was playing on the Jazz. He was playing on the Jazz, Utah.
They built their bench, bro. Let's see.
I don't know if that's.
I don't know if that's too big, but hey, that's another contender out the East.
Ugh. I mean, they're trying to hire Female coach?
Yeah, bro, they're desperate.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
Oh, if you didn't get it, I was trolling the Knicks,
Oh,
bro.
man.
We don't care about Jordan Clarkson. He might help y'all, but like,
Oh,
yeah.
man. Y'all in shambles.
I don't
right
care
now,
for
brother.
the Knicks. I don't care for the Boston. We don't.
Yeah, we don't care about them up north teams. We don't care about those.
I'm sorry, man.
We don't care about up north, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about out west. LeBron James, the king, the GOAT. He's opted into his what was it, last year on the contract, right, with the Lakers?
23rd season.
23rd? Shit.
Coming up. It's sad, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Because it's gonna be.
I don't want to tell you. This is sad, bro.
Oh man, what do you think are their chances realistically this year of competing for a championship with him and Luka? Now they got a full off season and they can acquire pieces. What do you think is their ceiling?
Like you said, the West it was separated
by 2 games,
average of 2 games. So it's wide open, bro. Who with Luka and LeBron?
Yeah, they made a push at the end.
A healthy Luka coming in shape. Who knows? Who knows what can happen, bro?
Yeah, they really need to beef up that team though.
And then knowing Bron, if Bron really feels like this is his last season, shit, he might
go all out. Yeah, right?
he might give us this last in the tank, bro. So I'll be entertained. I'll be watching. We'll be watching. So.
I can't imagine him like retiring, but obviously we know it sooner than later. You know, it's kind of that Tom Brady effect.
Felt like Brady.
Like,
I was just about to say.
You always think
like
every
Brady,
year
bro.
he's gonna retire, he's gonna retire, and then he's just like, "No, I'm back. No, I'm back."
Sad.
And he's officially retired now, but let's see how long it takes LeBron, bro. It's really, I think this might be his last year.
I think this is it.
But what do you think of all the rumors that they're saying him opting into his contract means he wants to get traded?
I don't think it means he wants to get traded. I really think it means what we just said, bro.
Right. He's like, it's the last year. I'm going to get all I still can out of the game, bro, he got financially.
He literally played with his son.
Yeah.
That's
no player's ever done that in the league.
I'm good, bro.
No, I don't think any player's been able to play that long.
Exactly, bro. Just
to have their son on the same team.
And then you always want to bow out gracefully, bro. You know,
that's how I feel. And it's like, even if you don't go out winning I said Super Wow. I was saying about Tom Brady. So if you don't go out winning an NBA Finals, I still think he's, even if you make a run in the Western Conference, I think that's still good enough to really go out on a high note.
I just don't want to see no injury or nothing.
Nah, if he ends his career like on an injury, like a bad injury, that would be the worst.
With Kobe, that shit hurt.
Yeah, I mean, he still put on the show the last game. I'll never forget that game, bro.
Yeah, nobody ever forget.
I'll never forget that game.
Shout out to Kobe, man.
Freaking, how many did he drop? 60?
Dropped 60. And
was
won
it 60
the game.
on the
it
head?
was 60
60.
something. And he won the game, too.
That's the way to go out. That's the way to go out. If you're going to go out, that's the way to go out, man.
I was lit, man. But I don't know. We'll see. LeBron, I think he knows. That's why he's posting a lot, too. Yeah. He never really posts his workouts this early. He's posting his workouts.
Yeah. I think he needs to stay at least this year, especially on the Lakers.
Yeah,
because you need Bronny to play in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he started looking elite in the G League at least, towards the end of the year, and then I think he started getting some minutes.
I think Bronny could hold his own, bro.
He probably could, and now he's got a full season.
You got a year under your belt.
I think you could start giving him decent minutes. I don't think he's gonna be like a huge rotational piece yet, but you can give him enough minutes to get him acclimated more.
Everything he does is probably just be extra, like just all right, cool. Get in for a little bit, boom, hit it, take the shots, feel more comfortable. That's the other thing too. He got to.
He can average like 5 points with like 8-9 minutes, average a game.
That's perfect.
That's perfect because he doesn't really need to be in the game that long unless he makes a huge jump in the offseason, which I don't. That's pretty tough, but LeBron James is his dad.
His last name is James, man.
They can hire whoever they want, but it always comes down to if he really wants it. And he showed at the end of the season that he was improving a lot because from the first game that he played for the Lakers, which looked terrible,
he looked horrible,
He looked
nervous. He looked like a deer in headlights.
Yeah, like that just looked bad.
It was bad.
Then when he got relegated to the G League, it's like, like, what is he gonna do? But he bounced back, Once the limelight was off him, he put his head down and he went to work.
Confidence. That's all he needed.
Nah, exactly, bro. So let's get into some of these off-season acquisitions, bro. What do you like
you
so
got?
far? Man,
What you
hey,
got?
I'll
What
tell
you
you right
got?
now,
What you
the
got?
biggest outside of what we just talked about, I think the biggest one for me right now is Michael Porter to the Nets for Cam Johnson.
You think he gets bought out in
Who?
Michael Porter?
I don't know, because why would the Nets make that trade, really? Like, they don't really have a reason to make that trade.
Yeah.
Like, Cam Johnson was a promising guard for them. Like, he's not going to take you anywhere far, but he's a good piece to have. He's a good shooter, and they don't have anything really right now. So why not
keep him?
Keep him. Obviously, would you trade Michael Porter for Cam Johnson? Yeah, but Michael Porter has been injury prone lately.
That's what I was just about to say.
He has a bad back. He had a bad back in college. He didn't play damn near the whole season in college. And he still got drafted off potential, but he still has those injuries. And to me, last year, especially in the postseason, I don't think he was really that effective.
He was hurt.
He was kind of like a non-factor most of the games. So I almost don't even mind that trade.
That's what I'm saying. They low-key got to steal.
Yeah, because to me, I feel like Cam Johnson is more of a consistent shooter than Michael Porter is. It's just Michael Porter has a bigger upside.
That's the only thing.
As a player than Cam Johnson. But they have a way more consistent shooter from the three and a young talent that's available.
Exactly.
So,
and that's probably the most important thing in the NBA, being available.
Exactly. As we can see, availability is the key once you get into the back end of the season.
Look at OKC, man. Nobody. I didn't see.
All young bloods, bro. Yeah. Joints made out of rubber bands.
Healthy, running up and down the court.
They don't get injured, bro. That's crazy.
Bro.
It's insane.
So did you like Lonzo to the Cavs?
That one, it surprised me, but not because that I think Lonzo is bad. Yeah. I was just surprised at the trade as a whole, because it's like you trade him for Okoro.
That's what
I'm like, why would you do that?
What are we doing?
Like, it didn't really make sense.
Maybe the contracts matched up. That's the only thing I think of.
It has to be like some kind of money thing, because Lonzo Ball is way better than Isaac Okoro, at least when healthy. So there's the other factor there. But I don't even think Okoro got burned with the Cavs like that this year.
Especially not in the playoffs.
Yeah, like I don't remember seeing him play in the playoffs.
Maybe that's why they traded him. Maybe he just fell off.
But for
Lonzo, they came up.
I mean, yeah.
The Cavs came up.
Because if he could stay healthy for a majority of the season, then that's a big pickup.
He probably won't be playing as much because you're the backup. So you'll still.
He's a bigger guard, and he plays really good defense, and he can knock down open shots.
Exactly.
That's definitely something you want to have on your team with a guy like Donovan Mitchell that's a playmaker.
You need that around Donovan.
He needs shooters around him.
And they still kept most of their team. Who they lost on Ty Jerome.
Yeah. So did he officially sign, or he's just in free agency?
He signed with somebody. I don't remember who.
Oh, okay.
But he definitely signed with somebody. I'm trying to. Was there Orlando? No. Was it Orlando? I don't think so.
Did he?
I don't think it was Orlando. If it is, it might be. But that would be crazy.
Maybe.
Because then they just signed somebody else.
Bro, Orlando has been on a roll right now in free agency.
They're trying to come up.
And they needed a lot of depth, bro.
Exactly.
Because you could tell when they went up against the Celtics. Was it the Celtics this year, right? It was the Celtics?
Yeah. It was Celtics first.
They had the firepower with the starting five, but once they went out, it was curtains every time, bro.
And then their two stars were hurt.
Yeah.
Season, bro.
Franz was hurt a lot of season. Paolo was out in the beginning. He had a really good start and then got injured. So, yeah. And Jalen Suggs was injured.
Yeah.
He was having a great year. He was having a career year, and then he got injured.
God, he got hurt.
Yeah, bro. So that team, hey, bro, with all those people coming back, and it's a pretty young team as well. Pretty young as well.
They got rid of KCP. They definitely went fully. Where is he? He went to
the Hawk? No, wait, KCP. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about Porzingis. KCP, I don't even know. He went somewhere though.
Shit, might as well go back to the Lakers.
Who was that first? Memphis. He was in the Bane trade. I think he was in the Desmond Bane trade.
They might keep him.
Who? KCP?
Memphis might keep him. Yeah.
They just re-signed Jaren Jackson, max extension.
Bro, he can't even grab a rebound.
Bro, oh my God. You brought a memory back to my head of me gambling in the basketball season.
I don't worry, everybody
hate that guy, bro.
Everybody's going to relate to you because I did this.
How are these guys 7 feet and can't grab a damn rebound,
bro?
That doesn't make any
and to
damn
make it worse,
sense.
I brought it down to like, all right, yeah, he'll get like
Yeah,
5.
you even like you teased it and everything, and they still like, bro, this shit is.
Bro.
But then the next game they played, dropping
crazy.
career
double,
career
triple
high in
doubles.
rebounds. Fucking insane, dude.
That's why I don't like baseball either.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been doing good with baseball lately.
Fire with baseball, I don't even bet no
more. Just waiting for football, man. Waiting for football.
I'm good, bro.
Dog. Oh man, we got one more that I want to talk about. The Mavs just signed what the fuck is his name? D'Angelo Russell. Just signed D'Angelo Russell. And they're gonna need him because I think at the beginning of the season, Kyrie Irving is gonna be out still.
Kyrie's out of there.
Recovering from his season-ending injury. And the Mavs, they got Cooper Flag, they got Anthony Davis.
They got a deep team.
That trade don't look so bad anymore.
They got a deep team.
Yeah, they do. And that was the whole point of them trading Luka, and now it's not looking like terrible anymore.
Deep team. I'm just thinking about the whole team because a lot of them were hurt last year.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, their big men were hurt. Lively.
Derek Lively, and who's PJ Washington.
Yeah, all the big men were starting to get hurt.
And now you got Cooper.
And Kyrie was out. So, hey. If they can stay healthy, that's another team that's going to be a sleeper in the West. You know, and Cooper Flag doesn't even have to be brought up like super quick because of everyone that's around him.
Bro, they're thinking about playing at point guard.
I was just going to say, he doesn't have to play like a 3 or 4 because they have so much depth at that position and experience.
Imagine a big lineup, him at point guard.
Bro.
What do you do?
I mean, once Kyrie comes back, he would have to play like the 2 or 3, which I would say he'd probably play the 3 because I don't think he's like a shooter like that. Be playing the 2.
Look now.
You think so? Like that? Like you think he could create his own shot like that?
And got a clip on him. I'm just talking about from the workouts. We have not seen.
Nah, facts. You gotta see him. I mean, I don't really.
They probably exaggerated. They exaggerated.
I mean, yeah, he's the first round pick, so they got to make it seem like they did their homework and it was worth the pick.
But they're saying that in the workouts he was not missing. So.
He had the middies. He had everything going.
Yeah, going.
It's gonna be an interesting time, bro, in the NBA this year.
Next season,
and
especially with the rookies.
It's just the beginning. Also,
that's what I'm saying.
Free agency just started.
We'll see.
Still got summer league and everything coming up, bro.
DeAndre Ayton, we'll see where he goes. He got bought out.
Yeah, he's still on the move.
By Portland. Dorian Finney-Smith went to.
He just signed. Yeah, I don't even know why they picked him up. I feel like he got a bag for nothing.
Did get a bag. I think 4 years, 40-something million.
I'm like over 10 mil a season. I'm like, he didn't do a damn thing last year with the Lakers. Like, what the hell?
Hey, I'm all for getting a bag.
Hey, that's of course they
that's crazy.
Throw me that contract.
I'm on your side.
It.
That's crazy.
Like, what the hell?
But get your bag. But that is insane. 4 years, $41 million.
Yeah. Shout out Dorian Finney-Smith, bro. And that's going to bring us to the end of our NBA segment. We're going to be back to NFL news, man. Peace. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sports Bender podcast. You're here with your boy, Roggy and Uno, baby.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
So, we just talked about... Oh, shit. Oh, never mind. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. So, we were just talking about the NBA, man. So, we're going to take it to the NFL because... As we know, NFL is on the rise.
And a
few more weeks till we get into the preseason. Really, about a month.
Yeah, about a month.
Till we're in the preseason.
Damn, June is over.
Hall of Fame. Yes, tomorrow's the 1st.
Oh, we're here.
Hall of Fame game, the 31st of July. So, we're almost there, man. The home stretch is now. We got 4 weeks, really, until we can get back into football. But today, we had some interesting news. Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith have been traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers for Minkah Fitzpatrick and a 5th-round pick. Minkah Fitzpatrick was originally drafted by the Miami Dolphins, and we let him go in his second season. We traded him.
Now we got him back.
But that being said, it was a different regime, different coach, different guys around. What do you think about this madness?
It's the Dolphins. Like I said, don't get your expectations too high. Don't get your expectations too low. Just go with the flow this year as a fan.
We're consistently mediocre for sure.
just go with the flow this year. I hate to see Jonnu go.
Yeah, that was kind of a bummer, especially since we only got a 5th-round pick back for him, essentially.
Yeah, bro. A Pro Bowl, he made plays, man. He he made Tua look promising sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, Tua has had his up and down seasons, but Jonnu Smith was definitely a bright spot in a really bad season.
Horrible season.
We were just riddled with injuries on both sides of the ball. The organization as a whole just looked dysfunctional. We did not look good on and off the field. And, we definitely we might regret it, but I think this is going to be a down year compared to the last few years that we've had anyways. But like we said earlier before, I think the Dolphins play best when they don't have any
no expectations.
Bro. At least expectations to be good,
Just go out there.
And when they just go with the flow and go out there and just play free, then they win games.
We hope. We hope. We hope they'll win games.
Or we hope, at least. You're right. We hope, because every time we start doing good,
something
we just
happens,
hit like
bro.
this injury, derails the whole season damn near.
Like even last year, didn't Jalen Phillips, he got hurt again, ain't it?
Jalen Phillips was out.
Bro.
We had a lot of defensive players on the D line that was out.
This has just been,
and we didn't really have the greatest linebackers. The secondary was looking bad. So,
but the bright side, Chop.
Chop, our first round pick looked really
year.
good. He actually looked really, really good towards the end of the season.
Really good last year. So,
our
defense, our secondary is.
I think with Minka back though,
you think it'll help?
And our DC, because I have a lot of faith in our coordinator, our DC Weaver. Because he was getting looked at for head coaching jobs this year.
I forgot about that.
And he's back for another season. And I think with the players that we have now, he could make something shake with that defense.
That's true.
Like the D-line's going to come back healthy. And the linebackers were doing a little bit better towards the end. It's really up to our secondary to determine if we're going to have a good defense or not. Bro. If Minka could be that centerpiece for us and just make plays, then,
he might shoot.
We might be decent. If we could scheme up the defense to our strengths and not really play to our weaknesses, then
you think Minka
be in good shape.
You think he could come in and like lead the locker room though? Because that's what Jalen did. So
yeah, I mean, supposedly I was hearing that towards the end, Jalen was kind of being toxic. So it's kind of a good thing that we got him out of the locker room. Okay. But Minka was also kind of toxic when he was here, and that's kind of one of the reasons why he got shipped off, because it was literally his second season.
Yeah.
I think after the first game, he got traded. Literally. So he really only played one season for the Dolphins, and he was gone.
A rumor came out that he was unhappy, and then
boom, he was gone.
New team.
So I think now that he has the experience, he's a more mature player, adult. I'm sure he's gone through a lot playing at Pittsburgh for all these years. That's a great organization, no matter
that's what I'm saying too.
What way you want to spin it. They're consistently good, or at least competing in the playoffs.
DC, yeah.
So, I think they gave us a big piece. And I watched his highlights last year. Even for his talent, it probably wasn't what they wanted, season. But
he made plays.
He was still making plays and still showed that he could be a top talent. And he was injured for part of the season last year too. So let's see what happens.
What did they have? Who's their quarterback? Who's Steelers quarterback?
Steelers quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, last year?
Was Wilson?
Oh yeah, Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
And now they got Rodgers. So
now I got Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Aaron, Mr. Ayahuasca.
Should we get into him?
Pause. Wow. Yeah.
Pause. My fault, bro. That was
yeah, let's talk about it though.
Let's talk about it. Let's use that one. I like that better.
Aaron Rodgers, man, he did say on the Pat McAfee show that this is probably his last season.
Is it?
You think he's gonna be able to do anything with the Steelers? They did get Jonnu Smith, like we were just talking about. They got DK Metcalf, and they got some decent running backs. And then you got Aaron Rodgers. So what's the ceiling of this team?
Pittsburgh always puts up a fight.
Right.
That's one thing.
They're great coach.
So I don't know. It'll probably be ugly, but they could possibly get the job done. That's what I see.
You think they'll squeak out like 9-10? Bunch of ugly wins.
And their defense is kind of old.
The defense is pretty old, and I think I think we won that trade. If I'm being real.
No, we definitely won that trade.
I think we won that trade. Well, optics wise, it doesn't look like it, but we'll see once the season starts.
I guess both teams kind of because
we got rid of the contract with Jalen Ramsey.
If you look at it, we kind of finessed for Minka, and then they kind of finessed us for
we didn't get the equal value on the Jonnu Smith trade, but I think we won on the Jalen Ramsey side.
But Rodgers got him two solid pieces, bro.
Yeah, and they like running that 2 tight end personnel with Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
So now you got Jonnu Smith, who's a threat.
And then you got DK
and then
to worry about.
DK Metcalf on the boundary. And we forgot about Freiermuth. He was also a pretty good tight end. He's a really good blocking tight end, and he could catch the ball. Healthy. Yeah, he got to be healthy too, but that team.
So who's going to be the other receiver on the other side?
That's the only problem, really. Like outside of DK, I don't really know that they have anyone.
Because they got rid of Pickens.
Yeah, he got rid of Pickens. He's on the Cowboys now. So who's outside of DK Metcalf is really a threat on the boundary or in the slot? That's what I'm trying. I'm really just trying to think in my head who they have on that team, but no one's even coming to mind.
I mean, I wouldn't say they made it work last year, but they made some noise for a few weeks.
I mean, they have Russ, which no matter what you say about him, he can win you games, to win a game, bro. He's not gonna really lose you the game, but he might have a game where he doesn't play that great.
Horrible. But then he'll come up with a crazy game-winning, get a field goal, win the game.
He's still serviceable for sure as a starter in this league.
I like him in New York, bro.
Yeah, I do. I kind of like New York too.
I like him in New York. Honestly, I like New York's team.
The Giants.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it too much louder, but I like their team. It's that young defense. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we don't want to have a Derek Carr dark horse moment again.
Nah, so never mind. But we'll see.
Oh
we'll
my
see.
God. King of bad takes.
We'll see. Then I like what was it? Dart. I like Dart.
Jackson Dart's pretty nice.
I like Dart. He's tough kid.
Who do you think at the end of the season is gonna look back at this trade and be like, I'm glad we did this? Who do you think really?
Hopefully the Dolphins, bro.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Dolphins. Only because, like you said, Jalen Ramsey, who's becoming toxic in the locker room. So and I think we need a whole culture shift down here in Miami, away from the toxicity and the entitlement of these players. New spark, new fresh start. Who knows, bro? Who knows what can happen? And then, like you said, we're going into the season like no expectations, so it's just throwing something at the wall. Let's see, go hard and
I think they have a favorable schedule to start with.
And that too. Last year we had a tough schedule. I will say that we had a
really
tough schedule last year, especially near the end of the season.
Yeah,
when everybody was hurt. So that
we beat the Niners. Which no matter what you want to say, they had a down year, but we weren't supposed to win that game.
We weren't supposed to win that game. So we'll see, bro.
Hey, I think towards the end of the season, some of those players started buying in, and I think they did a good job of getting rid of the big names that were probably causing a little bit of controversy and shit. Honestly, I thought we were gonna get rid of Tyreek Hill this season, this offseason.
Don't speak too soon. Don't speak too soon.
You're right. I mean, we still got some ways to go before the season officially starts.
Because I'm shocked he didn't go to Pittsburgh with Jalen.
Oh shit, that would have been insane. I think they just don't have the money to afford the both of them
right now.
I think that's one of the big reasons no one really tried to trade for him,
and I'm pretty sure
that contract.
We're asking for we not just
because especially if we're gonna take some of that dead cap, you're shipping us a first round pick at the very least.
At least
at the very least,
and we're starting. That's
what
the start.
I need at least one of those, and then we can talk about the rest of compensation. But I need a first because he's still extremely
just
talented and can win games for you if you put him in an offense where he can just be that guy that they can just take it down the sideline, bro. Or you can get him on a jet sweep. Like the first year with him and Tua and McDaniels,
it was crazy.
Was insane. Like I've personally, since I've been watching the Dolphins, I've never seen a receiver go off like that in the Dolphins uniform.
That was crazy.
So just to see it was amazing, and he still has the potential to do that. He just gotta stop with the BS outside of football and just lock in.
We keep saying no expectations, bro. Our offense is still
really good. It's still a top 10 offense. We still have Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, Jalen Wright is looking better.
He's looking better
every practice, and we have some guys that, we
Tua
got Malik Washington from last year that looked good towards the end of the season.
He made plays.
He was a safety blanket, and I feel like we're missing somebody. Oh, bro. Westbrook Akina from the Titans. This guy had like 10 touchdowns last year.
Definitely, bro.
He was a sneaky pickup. The offense is looking, honestly, if the O-line could just even be competent, just be 20% better than last year.
That's what it is.
Just please, bro, give us a fighting chance to run the ball. And if we could run the ball, oh man, you see what happened the season that we ran the ball excellently. It was crazy. Achan's rookie season. They made Mostert look like a damn Hall of Famer for that one season.
Bro, that's crazy. Like, now he's downing us. Now he's talking trash about us.
I just saw that. I'm like, you little bitch.
Talking about
like, how
we
dare
treat
you?
players bad after a Pro Bowl.
I'm like, brother, you got one Pro Bowl season ever. And then the next season fell off a cliff. And you're like 33, 34. Right, let's not do that.
We understand.
Now.
Didn't he get picked up though?
Yeah, but fucking Raiders. Sorry ass Raiders.
Why are you even bitter, bro?
Those sorry ass Raiders.
You gotta check. You still in the NFL. Go do something, man. Go prove us wrong. How about that?
How about no? How about shut the hell up? How about shut the hell up, man?
Get out of here,
you
bro.
probably you ain't even gonna get no PT for the Raiders. They got Ashton Genty.
That's what I'm saying.
Brother, you lucky you get in there on third down and they throw you the ball out the backfield.
Like you're lucky to still be real. In the NFL, bro. That's
brother. Look at that. One really good season and they ready to act like
about us, man.
They LT or some shit.
And let's not even talk about how the field opened up for you because we had so much talent.
Yeah,
bro.
Like,
it's all right, man. Lord. Say thank you.
The entitlement.
Say thank you, bro. Say thank you.
These grown men.
Get paid millions, bro.
Nah, man, for real. But I think we won the trade. But honestly, I think Ramsey's still going to be serviceable for them. Same thing with I think they're going to have a good season.
I love Ramsey.
Ultimately, we get to see this play out in real time in the NFL season this year.
Exactly.
They're playing Monday Night Football at Pittsburgh.
So that's going to be fun, bro.
We're going to see who's still standing at that time.
That's going to be fun. Where is it?
And who's going to go off. It's at Pittsburgh. That's the only problem that I have. It's like, at Pitt. And I think it's like November, so it's definitely going to be cold. It's definitely going to be cold. We got to be able to run the ball.
We suck in the cold.
But, hey, man, I got faith. Like I said, when there's no expectations, it's when we show up.
Yeah.
So
who knows, bro? I'm excited. I just love football season is back, bro. That time of the year is just nothing.
Almost there. I mean, college will be
here
right there before NFL starts.
I remember that.
Then we got NCAA coming out in like 10 days.
Weeks.
Not even like 7 days. It comes out the 7th.
I'm excited, man.
We're almost there, ladies.
I'm excited, bro. We're there.
Almost there.
We're there. Because you got free agency, NBA, boom. It's going to go fast. Like June, we just said June is over.
Yeah. It's just July just always feels like a drag.
July drags.
31 days is nothing.
July drags.
31 days just to get yourself right, I guess, for the NFL season.
That's what it is. Practice. Get your practice in. Get the beers in.
Yeah. Get your beer runs in, all that. Clear your schedule. Get that PTO in, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
Get those Sundays logged in now.
Work harder. Go to work a little extra. Get your betting money.
Yes, sir.
It's time to load up.
Degenerate season is on the way. Is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to end it for us tonight at the Sports Bender. We thank you for tuning in, and peace out.
Good night, man.